what did Jesus mean when he said, "This generation will not pass"? Jesus said, "Truly I say to you, this generation will not pass away until all these things take place." The things that Jesus had been speaking of, the rise of the Antichrist, the desolation of the holy place, and the darkening of the sun, did not happen during the lifespan of people alive in Jesus' day. Obviously, Jesus meant something different when he spoke of this generation. The key to understanding what Jesus meant by "this generation will not pass away until all these things take place" is the context. That is, we must understand the verses that are surrounding Matthew chapter 24, verse 34, especially the verses prior to it. In Matthew chapter 24, verses 4 through 31, Jesus is clearly giving a prophecy. He is speaking of future events. Jesus had already told those living during his earthly ministry that the kingdom had been taken from them. Matthew chapter 21, verse 43. Therefore, it is imperative that Matthew chapter 24 and chapter 25 be seen as dealing with a future time. The generation that Jesus speaks of not passing until he returns is a future generation, namely the people living when the predicted events occur. The word generation refers to the people alive in the future when the events of Matthew chapter 24 and 25 take place. Jesus' point in his statement, "This generation will not pass away until all these things take place," is that the events of the end times will happen quickly. Once the signs of the end begin to be observed, the end is well on the way. The second coming and the judgment will occur within that last generation. Jesus reinforced this meaning with a parable in Matthew chapter 24, verses 32 and 33. Now learn this lesson from the fig tree. As soon as its twigs get tender and its leaves come out, you know that summer is near. Even so, when you see all these things, you know that it is near, right at the door. A sure sign of summer is the leafing of the fig tree. A sure sign of the end of the world is that all these things of Matthew chapter 24 are taking place. Those who are on the earth then will have only a short time left. Is saying that once the events of the end times begin, they will happen quickly. The age of grace has continued for a very long time, but when the time for judgment finally arrives, things will be wrapped up post haste. This concept of God drawing things to a rapid close is echoed in many other passages of Scripture.